Und hallo und jetzt willkommen zurück bei Honkai und wir machen hier weiter mit der Hauptstory hier weiter. Let's go. So müssen wir lang. Oh.
No way. A Cromnoan?
We won't bring dishonor to the king!
Stream forward. Lean forward.
Groß.
I didn't think she'd manage to send the Cromnoans to assist. Brave warrior, what's the situation on the front line?
Ackerman, why are you here?
What? Didn't Deglaya tell you? We have been instructed to assist you in trapping the Flame Reaver.
Deglaya, that vile usurper. I spit on her name. Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you and that black.
The Cromnoans really are just like rest in peace. May your glory. Did they come to fight on their own accord? Or
I can still fight. You must become king. Nicanor is with us.
Stream forward. Lean forward.
we're almost there.
I can't see.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately. Don't stay but rest. Will be up to how well we work together.
But remember what Mighty said before? Cast aside all distractions once you're on the battlefield. Let's go, partner. Finally.
In the memories of the dead! Executioner!
You sure know how to keep a man waiting.
Our fortune is clouded. Converge and awake. Enemy targets.
Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed me.
All things in this world. Humans, creations.
How about letting the enemy strike first?
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world. It too must fall.
I see. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for Fiddle counter.
I'm honored by your presence. You're already here. Why not have a meal before you leave?
Augmenting support.
It's better to make no move.
They're trying to overwhelm us with numbers. Keep it up. Take them out.
Justice for oblivion. I weep for the heart.
Enemy targets detected.
Get ready, Prof. Can't hold out much longer.
Enemy data secure. Network activated. Time for
for little counterattack.
That's half the work.
Quiet! I know what I'm doing!
Embarrassing. You didn't come down from the sky? This city is mine anyway. So why shouldn't I go through the front door?
Weiter geht's.
Minion of the Black Tide. I, King of the Kremnoan Legion, will be your opponent today.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Our fortune's clouded. Converge and awaken.
Long time no see, Nikador.
How about letting the enemy strike?
I weep for the departed.
Chung.
It is so far. Free will over the fate.
A quick divination.
Leads to self-destruction.
Well fought. That was a good opener to the ceremony.
Enemy targets detected.
Such petty tricks.
It's better to make no move.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for little counterattack.
Another journey begins. From still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It is so far.
Oh.
It's time to end this.
Heed my call! I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs! Witness this. New God has come to Castrum Kremnos.
Look! The warriors have returned!
Die Krieger sind zurückgekommen.
Are the rumors true? Has Ornyx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said. We face a dangerous threat. Yet the Chrysos heirs are only inciting more chaos. They don't care.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't feel right.
It's probably because Orynyx is gone. Orynyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Orynyx's core flame.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Professor Anaxa,
Haben wir niemals Pause?
why don't you find someplace
du
to
nicht?
rest first? Matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. You two meeting again will, forgive my honesty, only to just try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble either.
Professor Anaxa can be a bit unrestrained. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Orynyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
Mhm.
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days. You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trinon bring news?
Yes. She has found Trian. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple, but...
I'm sorry.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides Trian. He was no better than a corpse when Trinan and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height, all to free Trian's body from the clutches of the black-robed swordmaster.
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Yes, it's Krateros.
Okay.
Stop!
Hot.
If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is will not survive more than a single strike from me.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. As a Kremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in an empty shell. But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over, hundreds and thousands of times. A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Pity.
Sunshine.
Crumble like rusted iron.
Good. Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants. Come, let us fight! For Kremnos! For my king! For Amphorius!
Punkt, Punkt, Punkt.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trian lost. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand. Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow. If a world like that truly exists, does that mean everyone from the Grove is there too?
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us astray with lies. What about the Kremnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last. I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again.
Techniques.
But if light ever disappears from Oktober for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
Das hier ist schon eine kleine Sonde. Als wir Traitors fanden, war er fast tot.
The parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us. You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
It's incredible.
Schon unglaublich, dass wir Nikolaus
not so long
vorne hier
ago.
aus lange Zeit zurückgebracht
It
haben.
wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
Tja.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history. I do not see a Naxa around. Was this under your instructions, Finan?
Yes, it just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx. The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end. But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
Finan, Castris, Mighty, and Hyacinth. Treepy and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity, the elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first verifying their potential to bear such power. Yet, we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah.
No.
How about letting her give it a try?
Wie wäre es, wenn er es versucht? Meine ist eher etwas anderes. Andere. Wer diesen Körper gab, ist nicht eine Titanin. Als ein Kind. Mighty.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
Ich sehe, dass dich der Sensenmann auch aufgegeben hat, Meister.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned. But this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have emerged. I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed, you've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos. And now, you can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
What? What do you mean by that?
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikador's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon. The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition. Mere
You! Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
That pride holds little significance, Kratoros. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
No. No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mighty Mos. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo. The Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship. And I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mighty Mos, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes. A cruel fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes. Yet, you shall tread the only path out, one that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for what humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night. Was that you, Mighty Mos?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer?
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. And I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the Flame Chase journey.
And what is next, Mighty Mos? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong, to fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphorius. It's now my turn to fight against it. There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
And what is next, Mighty? Where will you be headed?
Tschüss. Ja.
You're here, my Demos.
Du bist hier.
It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akuma through yet another trying ordeal, and my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. You are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, and adaptability to change. Yet,
and what is it?
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance. They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideals. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, my Demos, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound power?
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius to defend against the Black Tide. I will secure enough time for the Flame Chase journey until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
My Demos, a new chapter awaits Amphorius. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, my Demos?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the Flame Chase journey in the first place.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promised new farewell, mighty.
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mighty!
Mighty.
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death. You have my gratitude.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady Treeby, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife, and one day it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the core flame of Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Right. You are here looking for Lady Treby and Lady
No need.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Oktober.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that I'd like you to help me convey to...
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines.
Lord Mighty.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do, Casterus.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
I don't feel them at all, regrettably. You have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. Have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia. They underestimated the significance of death.
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mighty?
Returning home, you say? Maybe.
Maybe.
At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Casterus. Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
King of Kremnos, without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
I'm no longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all former kings your achievements have.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Phynon, Cartonis. I have a feeling that his fate
Keep Finon in mind, I will. Return to your home together with everyone. I shall...
Servus. Mighty.
Outlanders?
No.
Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphorius.
Die Vergangenheit überdenken und vorwärts in die Zukunft zu schreiten, eine Herausforderung, vor der ich ebenfalls stand. Obwohl wir nie die Möglichkeit hatten, ein tiefgründiges Gespräch zu führen, bist du nach allem, was wir zusammen durchgemacht haben, auch ein Verbündeter des Trailblaze, Mighty.
That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads. How about you let me guess what's on your mind? Are you drafting a sentimental farewell speech?
Pass auf dich auf da draußen. Ein Junge ganz allein kann in große Schwierigkeiten geraten. Lächle einfach, wenn du nicht weißt, was du antworten sollst.
Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphorius. With this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back and to continue supporting the Flame Chase journey in my absence?
Sei unbesorgt, wir werden alles tun, was in unserer Macht steht.
You have my gratitude. Then, farewell.
Warte.
Yes.
Ja. Wir sollten zumindest ein Foto zusammenknipsen, um diesen Moment einzufangen, oder nicht?
Sure, let's do it.
Sieht recht gut aus. Was denkst du, Mighty?
Well,
naja, das ist irgendwie
feels
seltsam.
peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely... But this one, it's
Aber
pretty
dies
good.
hier ist ziemlich gut. Bin immer wieder beeindruckt. Ich bin froh, dass es dir gefällt. Sorg dafür, dass du nichts
I wish the same for you during your time in Amphorius.
Was ist hier? Lol.
Hold on! Lord Mighty isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphorius.
What's going on?
geht hier vor sich. Aber erst werden wir hier einen Cut machen und in der nächsten Folge geht es weiter. Bis dann und ciao.